lot of you love binge watching Netflix? Raise your hand if you have heard or seen this famous Netflix show, Emily in Paris. Well, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. It's time to move over, Emily. For today, you are getting the real life version of yours truly, Sayali in Paris. I moved to Paris when I was 21 to pursue my master's in international finance from HEC Paris, one of the most reputed business schools of Europe. Oh, the thrill of moving to Paris when you're 21. My first impression of the city was exactly what I had imagined. The beautiful arrondissement or neighborhoods, the charming cafe, and even more charming French men and women who looked like each of them had just stepped out of a fashion runway. It felt like the beginning of a wonderful adventure. And indeed, Paris did give me adventures, all right, but not the ones I expected. Let's start with food. Now, I know French food is supposed to be world famous, but for a vegetarian student living on campus, it was très horrible. Most of my meals consisted of scavenged boiled rice along with some occasional boiled tomato, hiding between the trays of boiled escargot, meaning snails, and other such so-called delicacies. Once I went to McDonald's with a group of friends, and when it came to my turn to place the order, I confidently scanned the menu looking for a Maharaja Mac, and to my surprise found nothing even remotely close. I ended up giving the most tragic order in the history of McDonald's. One McChicken, please, without chicken. Well, the next most ubiquitous everyday experience that I had to navigate was the French, the language that is. Even though the campus was a vibrant mix of international students, somehow everybody came with the preloaded fluency in French. Why, I never realized the important prerequisite of knowing French when in France still pains my heart. For example, once HEC organized a wonderful India House seminar. The workshop talked of the elegant Indian culture and celebrated the good India-France relations. And yet, I was the most clueless person in the room, for the entire seminar was in French. Now, between food and the language, Paris was full of surprises. And yet, I was still hopeful, for Christmas was coming. In the days leading up to Christmas, I was enchanted. There were so many Christmas markets, all bustling with cinnamon-scented breeze wafting through the stalls. The mega Galerie Lafayette store had its world-famous Christmas installations, which felt like pure magic, with moving works of art, miniature snowy villages, and dancing puppets. With all this excitement built up, I was so excited to attend my first European Christmas. On the day of Christmas itself, which was a Sunday, perfect, I ran straight from my campus all the way to Notre Dame, the famous Parisian Grand Cathedral, and hoping to see some grand celebrations and maybe even festive parades. Yet, surprise, surprise, it was eerily quiet. The streets were empty. It was like somebody had pressed mute on the entire city. Imagine the cultural shock for someone like me who had grown up in the festive hullabaloo of Diwali and Holi. Turns out, Europeans love to spend their Christmas indoors inside their families instead of the street parties like Indians. Wow. And as the year started to close, let me also end my speech here and my show of 5 minutes of Sayali in Paris. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in season 2. Merci beaucoup.